From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, April 5th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.27 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,327 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $19, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,696. Antiwar.com reports President Trump is still very clear that he wants U.S. troops out of Syria and has even ordered commanders to quickly wrap up military operations in the country. It doesn't seem to be happening, however, as White House officials have been feverishly backpedaling from the president's comments. President Trump was said to have been pushing for a withdrawal for months behind the scenes, and comments over the past week seemingly made that formal policy. Though Trump advisors are said to have drawn up plans for a pullout, they proposed an alternative plan to Trump where they don't have to leave at all. Indications from the White House are that Trump isn't getting his way and that instead the U.S. is going to just stay in Syria to eliminate the small the Islamic State presence that yet remains. Since the U.S. has not been fighting the Islamic State on the ground in quite some time, there's no timetable for that. Administration officials seem to be eager to present this as something short of overruling Trump, which legally they can't actually do. Still, without the timetable, it's a distinction without much of a difference, and the troops are just stuck in Syria. It could be for quite some time, too, as the idea of totally eliminating the Islamic State isn't particularly realistic on any timescale. The group's fighters have mostly fled into the desert and spread out since the loss of their territory, and there will likely always be a case to be made that some of the fighters are left. That means that while presenting this as a minor hitch in Trump's pullout, it could effectively be presented as defaulting back to the old position of the Pentagon that the troops in Syria are there in an open-ended way. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Fueled in the beginning by his unsettling thoughts and emotions, he learns how to find peace with everything he has woken up to. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports President Donald Trump on Wednesday ordered his administration to deploy National Guard members to the southwest border to assist Border Patrol agents with curbing undocumented immigration. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Christian Nielsen said during the daily White House briefing, "It's time to act," adding that plans were being finalized. A senior administration official told reporters later Wednesday that this is all happening very rapidly and the White House expects troops to be at the border very soon. Officials did not say how many troops the National Guard would send. President Barack Obama sent 1,200 troops in 2010, and President George W. Bush sent 6,200 to the border in 2006 as part of Operation Jumpstart. Administration officials said they anticipate a significant uptick of illegal border crossing attempts in the spring and summer months, despite the fact that those crossings had declined since Trump's election. Nielsen's announcement came one day after Trump said he wanted the U.S. military to guard the border. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports teachers from across Oklahoma walked off the job for a third consecutive day on Wednesday, repeating their demands for higher pay and more spending on education. The Oklahoma Department of Public Safety officials said hundreds of teachers from dozens of districts, as well as parents and students, had packed the state capitol in Oklahoma City by mid-morning. They want lawmakers to pass a tax package that would raise another $200 million for schools. Oklahoma City resident Ashley Morris said by telephone from the rally, "My books were old when I was in high school more than 15 years ago, and chances are a lot of them are still being used today. Students just aren't getting what they need or deserve, and that puts teachers in a tough situation," adding that her roommate is a first-grade teacher who relies on a second job to pay her bills. The walkouts follow a 2-week job action in West Virginia that prompted lawmakers to raise teachers' pay. Educators in Kentucky also demonstrated against years of stagnant or reduced budgets by a Republican-controlled legislature. Teachers in Arizona have threatened similar job actions. The state's two largest school districts, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, said classes would be canceled on Thursday as well. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.